start, because I know, like, Danielle, Matt, like, you guys have been here before. Is this everyone else's first Comic-Con?
I think everybody, this is our first time.
San Diego.
San Diego.
We've done New York. Is that the, okay. What are you, like,
we're the New York team.
we're coming out here. What are you most excited for this weekend, for all you first-timers? Is anyone walking the floor?
I do not know. I mean, are we?
I mean, if I'm allowed,
Are you mentally prepared?
if I'm allowed to have playtime, I do plan to run everywhere and see everything.
All right.
It's just a new experience.
But no, it's really cool.
We just got to give them the playtime.
Right. The playtime to do
If I'm
everything.
allowed.
That's quite a bit.
It's cool to see everybody who like loves the show, just like the wide range of fans, like from younger to older. I just found out we had like a lot of military fans. That was cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That was really awesome. They were doing a shout out to people in the military, and they were like, "Oh, you have huge fans over there," and did not know. Very happy.
Great.
Very happy to learn it.
Well, I feel like the first obvious question is the hope question of it all. Like, what can you say about what's going on with hope when we pick up?
What do you mean?
I don't even know who you're looking at. Aria's head is like, I'm like checking through. I'm like, is she making eye contact with me or Julie?
Both. Whoever wants to speak.
Where do we pick up with hope is the
Yes.
question? Sorry, I was too focused on who you were looking at. Well, I don't know what I can or can't say.
That's a Julie question.
I'm going to let Julie answer that so I don't get in trouble later.
No, it's fine. Hope made a very big sacrifice.
Yes.
She jumped into Malivore in hopes of saving the world and all her friends. And when she wakes up, she's in Malivore.
All right.
And it's kind of what you would figure, you know?
Not great.
It ain't great. It ain't great. And,
This show's so weird, though. You describe it like, you're like, oh, yeah, she jumped into Malivore.
You didn't watch the other episodes.
Yeah, she's had better days. But back up in Mystic Falls, as the summer passes, so does life go on without, not only without Hope Michelson, without any memory that Hope Michelson ever existed.
Right. Well, that's what I'm so interested in for all you other characters. Like, how does never having had hope in your life theoretically change your characters?
It's interesting. I feel like a lot of people are referencing Lizzie Saltzman's legacies to be like, oh, this is what's going to happen. But since we are still at the boarding school, a lot has changed, but it's not in the same way that you would think. It's not like Josie Saltzman is like running around Mystic Falls High in like a sparkly dress and like yelling at her sister. So it's different in a good way, I think.
Yeah, Lizzie is living her best life, though. She's got a different relationship with her dad, a different relationship with the other students, and I think she's feeling good about life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what does a hopeless Landon look like?
Like that.
A hopeless Landon.
Hopeless in more ways than one?
Yeah, I mean, because it's the obvious, like, when you remove that puzzle piece, it affects things significantly, but then the more interesting question is, how does it affect it when you put it back? You know?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I feel like season ones of shows, a lot of time, if it's a new show, there's a lot of character and world building. But I feel like you guys still had that because it was very much so setting Legacies apart from what came before it. Season 2, is there something in particular like you're most excited to dive into, or you guys hope you get to dive into that you didn't get to in season 1?
Matt Davis?
No, Julie, I'm going to let you set the stage for all of that stuff, because I think I'll just run my mouth.
I mean, is there still a side of Alaric, though, that you feel like you haven't gotten to explore yet?
Yeah, I think like a healthy relationship.
Literally, Matt's been saying that, I feel like, for years.
Please.
For the love of God.
Yeah. But what, like, for the writers, like, when you get in, season 2 is when you really, I feel like, get to, like, dig into certain aspects. Like, what are you kind of most excited to, like, dig into on the show?
I just love, I mean, what writer doesn't love the opportunity to have set the stage for an entire season and then literally remove, as Aria said, the puzzle piece and erase all memory of it? Because then you start thinking, gosh, what would Landon be like without Hope? What hole does he not realize that he has, that he's trying to fill, and in what ways? Like, how are the twins surviving in a world without their sort of the frenemy turned friend? What does that do to their relationship if they don't have someone to be bonded and contentious over? Do they need each other as much? And there's just like this rainbow of opportunity story-wise that we're really exploring. What happens when she comes back? They don't remember her, and Raphael meets her again for the first time. Like, what's that going to be? And so lots of good story juice there. Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Are we adding any new faces to the mix?
We are, yeah,
Okay.
we are. We have a couple new characters we're super excited about. So the one that I think we'd feel comfortable talking about a little bit is Sebastian. Who's like an OG vampire. So he's gothic and from a different time period and thinks it's cool to like compel women to have sex with him and eat random humans.
Sure.
And so that'll be a bit of MG's journey, being like, this is not how the world works now. Essentially, this is not cool now. There's a thing called consent. So that one for sure. And we have a sheriff character called Sheriff Mac, who lovingly named after Marguerite McIntyre.
Our very own Sheriff Forbes
Yes.
lives on in our
didn't even
own
know
ways.
that. Yeah. That's really sweet. So is Matt Donovan still floating around?
Yeah, we think he might be running for mayor. we think he might be running for mayor or like on an ashram somewhere. We're not sure. Either one. He still lives.
Got promoted to mayor of Grove Hill, right next door. But he's right next door.
He got another bench. This one's for mayor. Yeah. But I mean, for the twins, I feel like the finale, obviously, they found the ascendant. I mean, what is that? Where do we pick up in terms of that journey? Are they digging in more into what this thing is, how it works?
I know Josie's digging in more.
Lizzie is definitely willing to help.
Yes. Maybe just a little bit more hands off.
Front foot. She's there. You know?
Right. No, Josie's very intense with her research, so I think Josie is willingly taking it on a little bit more than Lizzie.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how does especially that affect the relationship with their dad? Because that was a secret he was keeping for much of season 1. That's out now. How does that change things?
Well, I think there might be more to the story than meets the eye, and I think the girls may sense that intuitively, and so they're kind of like picking at me to like open up a little bit more. And it's when we get to that stage, it definitely sort of takes the stakes to the next level. So he's definitely keeping something from them for their own good, and potentially for the whole good of the town.
Yeah. Is everyone, I feel like the finale, everyone officially became part of the Super Squad, right? Like everyone played such a crucial, so is everyone now going out and fighting monsters?
There's definitely an all for one for all approach to it. In the beginning, we don't even know where the monsters will be coming from. We know that they're going to be there because we've told you that. But why? Like, if Malivor's all sealed up, why are there still monsters? And who knows that there are monsters, and what are they going to do about it?
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming through.
Thank you.
And everybody else.